आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
Ladies and gentlemen, our governments, our central government, our state governments, everyone needs to understand one thing, that development is not a statistic and development is not a flashy visual. Now the latest fashion among the chief ministers is all of them go to Davos. They get photographed in Davos, then they have big full-page advertisements where they waste money trying to claim they met these big delegations in Davos. 80% of those deals they can do sitting in their state capitals, but they have to go to Davos to make the claims. Anyway, they all want the publicity. It is my job to challenge and expose people who claim one thing and do another. Also, one more thing, unsolicited advice for state governments. They must not think that just because they pay a lot of money in subsidies, poor people will accept anything that is done to them. It will not happen. That is not development. That is politics. The government of Madhya Pradesh announced budgetary allocations a few days ago, and its largest allocation is healthcare. So on paper, they are doing a big job, 4,400 plus crores on healthcare. Now let me show them the ground reality. Show the visuals, please, producers. Now see this visual. These are all women who have been sterilized in a 2-minute operation, lying on the ground after the operation. And this building, a shabby courtyard, worn out walls, tells you the reality of the situation of development in our country. A shabby courtyard. This is the Bagh Community Health Center where the camp was conducted. I know many politicians will be angry at me tonight. Why is Arnab showing these visuals? Well, what should I show? If I don't show these visuals, should I do some promotion? 175 women are sterilized here. This is 2026. Each procedure takes less than 2 minutes. There is no recovery bed, no monitored post-operative ward. They are all laid out like animals in an open courtyard on a tarpaulin spread around the ground, covered with thin, rugged mattresses. Many of them are unconscious, and their relatives are fanning them. Ladies and gentlemen, and you're seeing the situation out there. They can all get infected. Some are barely responsive. There is no sterilized recovery condition, no safeguard for them against dust, flies or infection. You know why? Because they are poor women. And this is the situation of poor women in our country. People will not like me showing these pictures, but I don't care. Suppose I sanitize these pictures, ladies and gentlemen, and like the other stupid channels, do a discussion on a stupid India-Pakistan match which should not have happened. Would I be doing a better job? Those channels are a disservice to our country. None of those networks, those channels deserve to exist because they don't show this reality. They want to do a discussion on Mani Shankar Iyer, a man who's irrelevant to himself, and a India-Pakistan cricket match which ended within a few minutes. It's nonsense. I go back to the visuals, ladies and gentlemen. There are no nurses, there are no attendants, only fellow patients. Some women are holding babies in their arms. Some men are standing in queues nearby waiting. You can see the women lying shoulder to shoulder, vulnerable to infection, to heat, to unhygienic surroundings. And there are some women sitting on the ground, many of them holding babies. And nothing explains this case better, so that no politician says later to me, Arnab, you're hyping the reality. I hope all the politicians watching this from all parties, especially the government of Madhya Pradesh, we just came back from Davos. Mr. Chief Minister, freshly Davos returned. If you have the time, listen to this.
सर डॉक्टर बड़वाने से बुलवाया है डॉक्टर राकेश डावर। ये सर्जन है, 2 मिनट में एक ऑपरेशन कर देते हैं। तो हमारे 175 केस है, कम से कम 3-3.5 घंटे में पूरा कर देंगे।
A visiting surgeon is brought in to do a mass procedure. Women are treated like instant noodles. 2-minute surgery, lie on the ground, a target to be met. And for all that we say we are doing for the tribal community of this country, these are women from a tribal, economically vulnerable region which doesn't matter enough for the administration to pay attention. Because I'm not sure anyone will listen, I request our President of India to intervene in this case. She should speak up. Tribal culture, tribal tradition, tribal history is not something to be showcased with the greatest of respect, Madam President, only at foreign delegation events. That you showcase them, they perform some ritualistic dance for foreign delegations. That's not what we want. We should do justice where it needs to be done. Imagine the injustice here, Madam President. Imagine the injustice. Do not remain silent. Now let me show you, and by the way, anyone tells us about the greatness to the public health system, show them this. Show them this. Now this is a picture of a child named Devansh. Devansh has fallen into a deep water-filled pit in Dulegar village under the Dankor police station limits of Greater Noida on 14th February 2026. While playing near a temple premises, he slipped and plunged into the waterlogged pit. And, you know, viewers, the saddest thing is this child need not have died. It is the same kind of pit into which a young man called Yuvraj drove his car into and fell and died. Just a few days earlier, the residents had written to the Greater Noida Authority. They submitted a letter. They said that there's a lot of accumulated water in the absence of proper barricading, and there has been a similar incident in Sector 150. This is very dangerous for pedestrians, children, elderly individuals and drivers. Ladies and gentlemen, a textbook definition of a government failing, and the child dies, and the political debates go on. A child has died, ladies and gentlemen. Now I want the two pictures on the two sides. One of the images from Madhya Pradesh, and that of this child. And I am asking the media of this country, what are you doing? Has the media of this country gone mad to be discussing Manishankar Iyer and an India-Pakistan cricket match? Are they not ashamed of themselves? Do they not need to shut down? Are they not a blot in the name of the media if they don't talk about this? Everyone in our country wants to just say everything is going well. And we have got headlines saying Budget 2026 aims to position India as a global healthcare hub. Ladies and gentlemen, 1 lakh crores for the Ministry of Health. Madhya Pradesh is set to launch Suman Sakhi, AI-powered chatbot for women's health services, because it will help the Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister do some marketing. Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister is busy in Davos. I am showing him what is happening on the ground. I am asking you tonight, you, wherever you are, to join me, show me your support, because I'm telling you this, in all of this what we do, Republic stands tall, strong and alone. We'll be taller and stronger and not alone if you raise your voice. Share this video. Call me tonight and tell me that you are with me in this. Let's debate.
These pictures are from Dhar district in Madhya Pradesh. And this is the Bag Community Health Center. A sterilization camp was organized here by the state government. Look at these pictures carefully. The women here have just been through a procedure referred to as Nasbandi, which should take at least 30 minutes. But here, completed in just 2 minutes each.
धार जिले के बाग सामुदायिक स्वास्थ्य केंद्र में गंभीर लापरवाही उजागर हुई है। कुछ घंटों में 175 महिलाओं की नसबंदी करा दी जाती है। ये हॉस्पिटल है, सामुदायिक स्वास्थ्य केंद्र है, और यहाँ पर हम आपको दिखाते हैं कि किस तरह से 3 घंटे में 175 महिलाओं के ऑपरेशन तो करे, नसबंदी उनकी कर दी गई, और उसके बाद उन्हें कहाँ पर, ये वो स्पॉट है जहाँ पर महिलाओं को खुले में लिटा दिया गया। ये जो आप हॉस्पिटल के अंदर की जगह देख रहे हैं, ये जो परिसर है यहाँ पर ही खुले में जो महिलाएं हैं उन्हें लिटा दिया गया था। यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हैं गंदगी का भी अंबार है। यहाँ इसी गंदगी के बीच इतनी चिलचिलाती धूप में 13 तारीख को एक जो महिलाएं हैं जो नसबंदी कराने आई थी उनको इस तरह से यहाँ पर लिटा दिया जाता है। क्यों लिटाया जाता है? क्योंकि हॉस्पिटल में बेड की कैपेसिटी ही 30 की है, लेकिन नियमों को ताक पर रखकर 175 महिलाओं की नसबंदी कर दी जाती है।
Every laid down rule of medical ethics violated because the state is not equipped to give adequate health care.
सामुदायिक स्वास्थ्य केंद्र के बाहर आप इस चार्ट को देखिए। परिवार नियोजन के लिए प्रोत्साहित करने का ये पूरा चार्ट है जिसमें बताया गया कि अगर महिला नसबंदी अगर कराती है तो उस हितग्राही को 2000 रुपए सरकार की तरफ से दिए जाएंगे और इस महिला को प्रेरित करने वाले के लिए 300 रुपए रखा गया है। मतलब ये कि जो हॉस्पिटल में नसबंदी के लिए महिला को या पुरुष को लाते हैं उनको प्रोत्साहन राशि दी जाती है। तो क्या ये एक वजह हो सकती है कि इतनी बड़ी संख्या में प्रेरक जो हैं वो 30 से ज्यादा महिलाओं को यहाँ ले आए जिससे कि उन्हें इस पैसे का लाभ मिल सके? 3 घंटे में 175 महिलाओं के ऑपरेशन तो करे।
Tonight, Republic is the only channel reporting on the 2-minute sterilization story in Madhya Pradesh. We found out that over 175 operations were done here in about 6 hours on a single day.
सर डॉक्टर बड़वाने से बुलवाया है डॉक्टर राकेश डावर। ये सर्जन है, 2 मिनट में एक ऑपरेशन कर देते हैं। तो हमारे 175 केस है, कम से कम 3-3.5 घंटे में पूरा कर देंगे।
Some of these tribal women lying on the ground came in at 8 a.m. and the delays stretched to 4 p.m. Lying on the ground without beds, no post-surgery, no post-surgery. They were lying on cement slabs in the scorching sun.
सुनीता जी, आपकी नसबंदी यहाँ बाग सामुदायिक स्वास्थ्य केंद्र में हुई है?
बाग से हुई।
बाग में ही हुई है ना? कब हुई थी?
शुक्रवार को।
अच्छा, कितनी महिलाओं की नसबंदी हुई उस दिन?
इतनी होगी 100 कितने होगी?
हाँ, मेरे को 175 की हुई।
इतनी होगी? मैं ध्यान नहीं रखी इतनी।
बिस्तर पर लोटाड़ी थी ना,
जमीन पे लेटा दिया था?
जमीन पर ये तकिया मकिया नाक के लोटाई दी थी।
Criminal medical negligence dressed up as family planning.
भूरी, ये बताओ कब आपकी नसबंदी हुई थी?
शुक्रवार को।
अच्छा, कितनी महिलाओं की नसबंदी हुई
वहाँ पे 200 थी।
कितना समय लगा आपकी नसबंदी करने में डॉक्टर को?
ये 5 मिनट लगा, फिर वहाँ से निकाल के रूम में लुटा दिया।
आपको क्या जमीन पे लिटाया था?
हाँ, जमीन पे गद्दे बिछा के।
People don't matter. Look at this case from Greater Noida, Uttar Pradesh, where 3-year-old Divyansh drowned in an uncovered rainwater pit.
See, this is the exact pit in which the boy drowned. This is the exact pit which is nearly like 8 feet deep. See, the villagers have put this tube here to check how deep it is.
किसी नदी को बहुत पब्लिक थी, गरीब है, जैसे तैसे तो उसको ब्याह करो, हम तो बहुत गरीब आदमी है।
Divyansh died despite reminders for action and cleanup by the state. Ironically, even a letter written reminding the state about the Yuvraj techie drowning in Sector 150 Noida. In India's financial capital, Mumbai, a slab of an under-construction metro line fell flat on vehicles. 1 person killed, at least 3 injured. In Bengaluru, a 2-year-old boy was killed after being run over this morning. The incident due to road repair work for which another state government in Karnataka was responsible. 3 cities with one question. Don't people matter?
So there are 2 Indias, not India and Bharat and all those cliched lines. There is an India which is, the India-Pakistan match, millions, 4-5 trillion economy, AI, satellite rocket, good to be projected to the rest of the world, India. And there is an India which we don't want to talk about, we don't want to see, and we don't feel comfortable seeing these visuals. And when we see these visuals, the only concern is, will this affect the image of the government? Will this hurt the government's image? And if it hurts the government image, you must not talk about it. There's a media also which will say, yes, it's a reality, but isse kisi ko nuksan ho jayega, don't talk about it. Ya journalist ka PR khud se kharab ho jayega, अच्छा खासा PR chal raha tha, that will also go for a toss. So maintain your PR with the government, state, central, everything. Don't talk about it. This is my introduction. Your comments on these visuals that we have this evening. I want Piyush Joshi to come in first today. Piyush, this is again in Madhya Pradesh. And I'll describe it before I come to you full frame. These women have gone for 2,000 rupees each to 300 rupees, jinhone protsahan diya. So every family that does a nasbandi gets 2,300 rupees. So they are poor people. And because they are poor, they are being treated like this. I don't need to describe the visuals here. You're seeing them yourself. Yes.
Yeah. I know you don't like data, but since you mentioned it is again in Madhya Pradesh, let me tell you what the data in Madhya Pradesh tells us all. And I just, request you first and first, I applaud you for discussing these things which should be discussed day in and day out. Madhya Pradesh ranks number 2 in maternal mortality rate. Now, what is maternal mortality? The pregnant women who are dying during their pregnancy or immediately thereafter. Number 2 for years altogether. And the state which ranks first in MMR is Assam. In neonatal mortality, that means that the children who are newborn are dying within 28 days of their birth. Madhya Pradesh is number 1 for more than 2 decades. Number 1, Madhya Pradesh is not willing at all to come number 2. It is in such a habit of topping this particular list, and we should all hang our heads down in shame for this. That's 2-minute sterilization. Even if you are doing it laparoscopically, I am a doctor. So even if you are doing it laparoscopically, you need to give general anesthesia. If you are doing it in open surgery, you need to take care of all the precautions. Let me remind you of Chhattisgarh instance about 9 or 10 years back, when after, similar camp was conducted where about 200 to 250 odd surgeries were done laparoscopically at a private hospital. And then thereafter, many of the women died because of consuming the antibiotics which were provided by the government hospital. And let me tell you what happened then. The zinc phosphide got mixed with the antibiotic, which is a rat killer poison, and both were being made side by side. So this is the state of affairs. It saddens me to the core of my being that this is something that we keep seeing day in, day out. So when it comes to the poorest of the poor, forget about poorest of the poor. The guy who drowned, the IT techie who drowned was a middle class person. So this is Bagtanda.
No, but there's something else going on here. See, Piyush, we can rave and rant, but what we need to realize today, Sohail, if we don't realize it today, Vimlendu, tomorrow when a gap becomes too much, you see, we keep thinking that we will build 2 Indias, one to show and one for the reality. Like they say about the Middle East, there is a part of the Middle East where the sheikhs live, where the rich people live. And there is a place where the people from Bangladesh, Pakistan, even India live. And that is not seen by the visitors. But in our country, I cannot, when this was told to me, I said, no, you can't do it. Then it was told that this has happened at 2 minutes. So in 2 minutes, you go through a sterilization and you're made to lie on the ground like an animal. And the officer responsible for the area was not there.
The supervisor is bragging about
the supervisor, one minute, the officer responsible was not present. No standard operating procedure was followed. Basically, Sohail, because they are poor people. And you can exploit poor people. You can say, I will give you some Saheli scheme money. I'll take the taxpayer money. I'll give you this money, that money. It is better than what you are getting. Poor people being taken for granted. It is not an individual case, Sohail. This is the reality across.
It is actually not about the poor alone. It is about the thick-skinnedness of our politicians, their inability to be sensitive. The system has totally collapsed in this country. And I say it with great responsibility. And all parties are guilty. You know, Aam Aadmi, BJP, Congress, everyone. You know why? Because the elections are now no longer being won on development. They are being won on subsidies that are being handed out. And sometimes I feel the citizen deserves the government he or she gets. Because if these guys are going to vote based on how much they are getting in terms of alcohol or money or sops, then they will deserve this. Because they know कि हम आपके मुंह में आपका मुंह ऐसे बंद करेंगे आपको पैसे देके. So, two things have to happen. Number one, and I'll tell you, Arnab, I'll say it with great responsibility. What you're doing is damn good. But unless you do it every day, night and day, these guys will not get impacted. They're too thick-skinned. You have to realize there is only one India. The one India is populated by thick-skinned politicians. Most of them are not interested. Number two, you need demonstrable punishment for those people who have done what they have today. Now you raise the issue of Yuvraj who fell into that ditch. They transferred someone, suspended someone. Has anyone been arrested after that? Has anyone been held responsible? Has the chief minister issued a statement? No. They said, ठीक है यार, 1.4 billion की आबादी है, 10 आदमी मर गए, क्या है? And this is the deaths you're reporting are the ones that, there are millions.
Can I show one picture as you speak, Sohail?
You don't even know.
Can I show one picture as you speak? So that I'll just show you one picture, Sohail, as you speak. Sorry to interrupt. This is, I think, Guru Tegh Bahadur Hospital, is it? Yeah.
Patna?
No. This is, I think, in Delhi. Is it Delhi?
Yes.
It is Guru Tegh Bahadur Hospital in Delhi. For all the dog lovers are going to love this. This is the condition of Guru Tegh Bahadur Hospital in Delhi. Patients are lying on the ground. Dogs are moving all over. Then the dog urinates inside the hospital next to where the patients lie. The dog is urinating. Patients nowhere to sleep are lying down on the ground. And we are getting very happy that we are ahead of the United Kingdom in terms of GDP. Well done. I will keep showing these pictures till somebody wakes up. I'm not afraid to be unpopular with politicians. I've done this all my life. Now, you spoke, Sohail, about Yuvraj. But after Yuvraj's case, yes, Raman, what is your problem?
My problem is that even you and Sohail do not have the guts to hold the bull by the horn. The problem is not the politicians. Politicians may be a 10% problem. The problem is the executive. The executive of this nation is not ready to bloody well do its job.
Listen. Yeah. We have said that. I don't know.
So why blame the politicians? Why not blame the person itself?
I will blame the
किसी आदमी की हिम्मत नहीं है कि वो ब्यूरोक्रेसी के ऊपर उंगली उठा के बोले कि अफसर गलत है.
You make a lot of sense. You actually don't make any sense. Let me tell you, when this Gurugram thing happened, I named
Yogita coming to you. Wait one minute. Yogita, I'll come to you.
You stay in Crow's house.
We're having a separate debate.
You stay on the posh golf course road. I do not.
Become more reasonable and more intelligent. You only sound even stupider. So let's continue with Arnab's point. Arnab, what is the point that you're making?
You live in a fairyland.
Don't blame the politicians.
I live with the
blame
people.
the executive.
We're
not blaming anyone. We're saying who is responsible.
I don't live with the super rich. I live with the common people.
Who should be
So please understand. एक अफसर को ब्यूरोक्रेसी को बोलने की हिम्मत सीखो. Please understand, you need to question the bureaucracy. You are not ready to do that.
Which bureaucracy you're referring to? Number one. Number two, let the debate continue by making silly interjections.
See, I just need to, what we need to do as a group of people, we need to raise our voices. We need to encourage the people of India to learn to speak up again. And I'm doing this of late, repeatedly, because I'll tell you one thing. In India, we took corruption for granted. Then we broke CWG, 2B, Devas ISRO. Ashok Chavan was forced to quit. A. Raja was put under pressure. Suresh Kalmadi was put in his place. Ahmed Patel came under pressure. Congress ecosystem collapsed. Aam Aadmi Party said they will not do politics. Came in, India against corruption happened. Government changed. BJP came to power. Anyway, my point is, corruption before that was not an issue. I am horrified at the way people are treated in our country. And I'm horrified at the fact that people think, yes, Yogita, coming to you, people think they don't have a choice. I'm horrified at the fact that many people are of a feeling, have a feeling that they don't have a choice, that Devansh had to die. There's a boy, Devansh. He falls, he dies. His neighbors had written a letter to the police station, to the people. What more can they do? That some child will die, some elderly person will die. This is an open pit. We are scared. And after writing a letter, the child falls into that same pit. If the politicians and bureaucracy had done their job, Devansh would not have died. And what we want to do, we want to sit at home, order pizza on Swiggy, watch an India-Pakistan stupid match, and think that we have achieved everything, we've become a great country. Reality dikhaoge to chubhegi. Yogita, this is the reality. This is the reality. There's a parallel universe discussing Manishankar Iyer, Dhurandhar and India-Pakistan match. Those people have gone mad.
It was not on a government land, Arnab.
Arey, 1 minute, they have been written to.
Yogita. If you are so helpless that you can't take the bull by the horn yourself, then I think all the politicians should resign. हम अपने मोटे-मोटे पैसे taxpayer के पैसे क्यों उनकी salaries मोटी-मोटी salaries में दें? Why they should deserve to stay in सरकारी bungalows if they can't do a shit?
I always talk the truth.
And also, every unnatural death is due to corruption directly. Every unnatural death in this country is happening because of the corruption directly. I want to just state one thing, Arnab. The hospital scene which I just saw you on your channel is giving, because my blood is boiling, because we do a lot of sterilization for dogs, and I know
the Gonda visuals, Gonda.
Okay, even the dogs are much more taken dignified way. We as dog lovers, I am proud to say that we do much better job with dog sterilization than you are treating the women as. We do it much dignified way. We don't even treat dogs like that.
Call the Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister's office.
I am not even doing. We don't even treat dogs like that. We get them sterilized in a very much
forcibly in India.
Sensible and dignified way. Look at the women we treated.
Even
worse than the dogs in this country.
You kept quiet on that.
What are you talking? What are you talking? You should be ashamed of yourself.
6 million people were sterilized in India for no rhyme or reason without their wishes.
Resign, no. Resign, sit at home. Who is asking you to defend the authorities?
Do you remember that?
See, the bureaucracy is not in our control. We can't bloody run the show. And you are sitting at home doing nothing. Why shall I pay you taxes?
That is
Why shall I pay you taxes? Why should I pay you taxes to die?
Scholars, take the hot calls. Please let me know where the calls are.
Got sterilized, and Lalu Yadav gave birth to 9 children to protest.
See, I'll tell you, viewers, if you feel, and I am here to give you a sense of the reality. 1 minute, please. 1 minute. I want to speak to India's super cool, Instagram watching, pseudo English speaking, condominium living, upper middle class, urban elite. I want to talk to them. I want to tell them how stupid they are. Because they think that in a world where they can discuss what Donald Trump did, Dhurandhar, and an India-Pakistan non-match, they feel they've achieved everything. They've surrounded themselves with a feel-good factor. No real achievement, nothing. Many of them themselves will be paying bribes to get contracts, to get something, chota-mota income on the side, not paying taxes, not disclosing income, doing some little badmashi on the side. That is not loyalty to the country. That's why they say it doesn't matter as long as we are living in our air-conditioned homes. They say we give two hoots to the real people of this country. Yes, They don't want to watch my program tonight because they want to see pictures. These fools, they want to see pictures of some Pakistani fools breaking some television sets over a stupid match, and they want to feel good. इनको लगा कि इन्होंने बहुत कुछ अचीव कर लिया, और अर्नब गोस्वामी दिखा रहा है 2 minute sterilization drive, so these are giving them heebie-jeebies. It's a reality. I will open the lines. Make yourself uncomfortable if you want this country to get to anything. Otherwise, we are fooling ourselves and we are letting others fool us. Yes, please. Sorry, I just wanted to come in with that comment. Vimlendu, you're seeing the pictures of the sterilization drive, full frame again. Vimlendu can talk over it. Yeah, Vimlendu.
So Arnab, one thing, that this is not about poor people, this is about tribal women. We need to understand that
tribal women,
these are two different things. It's more specialized. When you do something like this to women, you're actually looking at, and that to tribal women, that means that you're actually aiming at something else. And my question to Raman Malik and others, people actually defending this entire thing is that, was this informed? Is this kind of infrastructure that we're talking about? I was in central Delhi today and there was a traffic jam, and perhaps there were 20 heads of states or very, very powerful leaders. And in fact, you yourself interviewed Piyush Goyal, and you should have been asked him that what does it actually mean for these trade deals as well. So I would really respectfully ask you as well that, when you are raising this question, you should also raise that question every opportunity that you get to actually talk to these people who are powerful, that what is this India that we are trying to imagine? Is this the trade deal and the other deal and this deal and the other? Like, I'm with you. I always appear on your shows when your producers ask me to, when it's about citizens and their rights. But those questions need to be addressed at the root of it, which is where our political class has completely failed. And when Raman Malik says that it's the bureaucracy that has failed, well, who runs the bureaucracy of our country? It's the politicians. At the end of the day, imagine, as you rightly said, that the minister, the chief minister finds time.
Please understand, our constitution makes the bureaucracy so strong that it runs the country.
Sterilization or whatever the data, someone said that
has to change.
Assam and Madhya Pradesh, we have a lot of maternity-related complications. For that, there's a word called consent. You need to take consent before you put someone on a surgical table. And if that's not happening, then basically you're treating...
There's another word, Vimlendu. Vimlendu, there's one more word. There's one more word which needs to come into our vocabulary. No, there needs to be one more word. Raman, please 1 minute. There's one more word which needs to come into our vocabulary, and I want to bring in Lokesh and Akhil Swami on this. And that word is respect. You see, because these poor tribal women desperately need the 2,000 rupees, so they are allowing some unknown people to treat them like animals because they need 2,000 rupees. So I want to remind you today, ladies and gentlemen, when you sit in your air-conditioned home, eating a slice of pizza brought to you by a Swiggy person, and the Swiggy person and the Zomato person themselves probably being exploited. Remember, you are on top of the exploitation pyramid in our country. So you don't want to, you are on top of the exploitation pyramid in our country. And unless the people at the top of the exploitation pyramid get something called a spine and a conscience, nothing will happen. Yesterday, an under construction Mumbai metro bridge parapet collapsed in Mulund. 1 person died. It's okay. Must be a middle class person, not an industrialist, not a neta. But do these things happen in other countries? Does this happen in any other Vikasit country?
It's actually okay in our country.
No, it has become okay in our country because of our attitude. We are allowing people to take us for granted.
So Arnab, this is a very important
very important debate, and I want to add
couple of weeks ago.
Let push to it. Number one, there is a
just one. We don't speak together. Don't speak. Just I'll opening up to calls. Yeah. Let Lokesh come in.
There's a parliamentary committee for the welfare of ST. Now, what is the committee doing? There is a National Commission for Scheduled Tribes. There is a National Human Rights Commission. And these are all commissions which are simply doing nothing. Constitutionally, they are required to perform their jobs. There's National Commission for Women. It should immediately have all the officials
Today's
summoned,
visuals, show it again.
have
Akhil on the
action taken. I mean, they all enjoy the powers of a civil court, but rather than
Akhil.
these commissions, it is Republic Media that is doing the job. It is bringing to its notice that yes, you got to act.
Can I ask one question, Lokesh?
This is where everything is
Lokesh,
going wrong.
what is Health Minister of MP doing?
You, Arnab, for this, because
Lokesh,
now that you have started
what is Mohan
showing
Yadav doing?
all these forms,
What is Health
the
Minister
commissions
doing?
will have to act, the committees will have to
What is
act,
Health
and
Minister
everybody
doing?
will have to do the jobs that they are required to do at the center.
Rats inside a tertiary care center. What is Health Minister of Madhya Pradesh doing? What is the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh doing? Are they not accountable at all? What was the Health Minister doing when 2 neonates were bitten by rats inside a tertiary care center, which happens to be the largest government hospital of the state? 2 doctors were suspended. Everybody has, to pin it on the bureaucracy. Those doctors, it was not their job even to control the rats. They reported, they've written numerous amount of times. And the Health Minister is shamelessly smiling here and there and everywhere. What happened when we have discussed for, I don't know how many times we've discussed this thing about that water poisoning tragedy. Who resigned? What happened? Not even a councillor resigned. So this is what this is what how you treat your ladli behna. This is how you treat your ladla bhanjas and bhanjis.
Arnab,
This is the
there should be reforms in the NHRCs. The NHRC should have its
She's finding a gully and we will not allow you to find it.
We need
I need full frame pictures from Gonda. I need full frame pictures from Gonda. These are the visuals today. Akhil has to come in. Ladies and gentlemen, some issues should be beyond politics. I was appalled at these pictures in Gonda, Uttar Pradesh, where the rats are there in the hospital ward. And obviously, these people have to go to these hospitals, and this is the state of government hospitals in our country. There's a lack of answerability. Why? Because politicians feel that aren't they doing enough by taking taxpayer money and giving it as subsidies to some poor people? They should lose their right to complain after this. Viewers, yesterday a 2-year-old boy died in Bengaluru after falling from a bike and being run over by a car. And all the residents went there and they protested the poor road conditions, demanded urgent repairs. But these are all one-day stories. These are not non-stop campaigns. These are things that make us queasy. These are things when we are having our lasagna and relaxing, having earned a lot of money, right or wrong, sitting in huge homes, and surrounded by people to serve us and saying we are all Viksit Bharat, 5 trillion economy, we have conquered the world, we have bought over London. Then remember, while they bought over London, this is the situation of our own country. This reality will have to be shown. If development does not trickle down, what is the value? Now, not that development is not happening, but if it doesn't trickle down, or such horror stories happen, we have to shake things up a bit.
Per capita income is a very, very important denominator.
Sure. Let me get Akhil also in and let me take the debate forward. Akhil.
It might be 5 trillion or 20 trillion, but if that wealth is concentrated amongst 10 people or 20 people or 1% of the country, then that's not called development.
No, so there is obviously...
And again, it's not an activist view. It's a view that you...
No, the point is nowadays it's all become about Davos marketing. Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister took one of the biggest delegations with him to Davos. Absolutely. By the way, putting on record. Akhil.
First of all, I would like to thank you and compliment you and Republic TV, because this is what you are doing is real journalism. The questions should be asked with the ruling party and not to the opposition, and Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru had died 62 years back. So you are doing the right job. This is a completely incompetent government at the center also, and double engine sarkar. Wherever there is a double engine sarkar, these things are happening. Where some overhead tank made in 27 crores in Gujarat collapses, the bridges collapse, the streets, the roads collapse. And this is the incompetent government, and you are doing a right job.
6 million
this incompetent government and a person who calls himself a Vish Guru.
In India,
this thing is happening in a country where the leader says that he is a Vish Guru. Roams around all over the world. And this is what is happening in the country.
Ask Mr. Akhil, does he remember 6 million people getting forcefully sterilized in India in 1976 by Sanjay or Sanjeev Gandhi? No, he does not. He does not remember the stampede in Karnataka. He will not remember anything else. But I will again say this much. You have created a Frankenstein. Congress created the bureaucracy Frankenstein. You created the Frankenstein by the government to run the government. You created a bureaucracy which is uncontrollable, which has this philosophy of two wrongs make a right. And you have the shameless attitude to come on a national TV and say that no, nothing is wrong. You are not ready to question the Frankenstein that you created. You never ask them. You never ask them the question that what are you doing sitting in the Gymkhana club? What are you doing roaming around with big cars? What are you doing not working? Have you ever questioned the CMO, the CHMO, the health secretary of any state, asking them what are you doing when these things are happening? No.
आपके मोहन यादव इनकॉम्पिटेंट हैं।
अरे आप ये बताइए मोहन यादव को 2 मिनट छोड़ दीजिए। सीएस किसी का रिश्तेदार तो नहीं है ना, चीफ सेक्रेटरी किसी का रिश्तेदार है, हेल्थ सेक्रेटरी किसी का रिश्तेदार है नहीं। बट आपने वो जो राक्षस क्रिएट करा ब्यूरोक्रेसी वो खा रहा है भारत को। इंडिया इज बीइंग च्यूड बाय
मोहन यादव इज ए
सिस्टम ऑफ ब्यूरोक्रेसी।
The media has a role. The media in this country. Akhil, I'll tell you one thing. See, Akhil, thank you. I'm not doing it for anyone's praise, but the media in this country has a role. The media in this country has become a Dhurandhar, Trump and India-Pakistan match media. It has become shallow. It does not do any investigation. It does not do any real reportage. And I can tell you one thing. I checked it out. I was the only national network which sent a reporter to Dhar where the incident happened. Everybody took the stringer footage and downplayed it. Keep quiet. Everybody took a stringer footage and downplayed it. They first think that if we do this story, will the Madhya Pradesh government stop advertising on our network? So since government advertising, 1 minute, since government advertising has become very critical for some networks, the question is therefore they play safe. But viewers, now you need to choose what kind of media you want. You want corporate media, sold out media, or you want the real media. Prabharaj is calling from Ooty. We intend to make it a public campaign. Prabharaj, let's make it quick. Many callers tonight. Prabharaj.
Yes. Good evening, Arnab, and thank you for having me.
Yes.
And I have a question to Mr. Raman Malik.
Yeah, go on.
How come the executive is putting the blame on the executives only? What are the concerned minister is doing? What were the concerned minister is accountable for this kind of inhygienic conditions of the people?
Got the point, Prabharaj.
Come into the frame. The concerned minister will come into frame once any act has happened,
Once any act has happened. So this is not good enough. You see, get that point, Sohail? Once any act has happened.
Those bodies lying there, the dog
visuals, keep the visuals
urinating,
there.
it's like fiction. I mean, is he reading Alice in Wonderland? These are acts, Raman. These are acts. And you're right. The bureaucracy must be held responsible, but so should the politician.
In fact, I would have expected the Madhya Pradesh government to send a representative on my program. I would have expected the official BJP to send a representative on my program. I would have expected the Madhya Pradesh chief minister on my program. I would have expected the Madhya Pradesh BJP representative on my program, but no. If I call them right now and I say, can you talk about your Davos experience? They will immediately come.
Again, you are shielding the bureaucracy.
I am not shielding anyone here. I am telling you the truth in this country. I am the only one in this country who can talk like this. All are sold out. I am the only one who can talk like this today. Baki sab sold out hai. Do you understand, Raman? You also know that. I also know that. Yogita.
Ask the CHMO. Ask the CHMO.
All media sold out. Yogita.
Will they come on your program?
Yogita, you're muted.
So if he is feeling so helpless, they are shielding behind the bureaucracy, you should have guts to even remove them. Have you removed any bureaucrat? Have you shown them the path? No, you don't have guts, you don't have spine. But you really have spine also to defend something like this.
Okay, RK Sharma from Delhi, RK.
We need to have some...
RK Sharma from Delhi, RK.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
हाँ, मैं ये पूछना चाहता हूँ, ये जो मध्य प्रदेश का जो इंसिडेंट आपने दिखाया है
जी,
इसके अंदर अगर ये इन पॉलिटिशियंस के ऊपर लागू किया जाए, ये उसी हॉस्पिटल में जाके अपने फैमिली के परिजनों का इलाज कराएंगे, तो क्या इनको
कौन जाएगा? आपने देखा दिल्ली की, आप दिल्ली से है ना आरके जी, आपने दिल्ली में देखा गुरु तेग बहादुर हॉस्पिटल, आपने देखा वो कुत्ता जो कैसे घूम रहा था, पेशाब कर रहा था। अब कोई हमारे देश में आम आदमी की कोई रिस्पेक्ट है? अगर ऐसी सिचुएशन है, आपने देखे चूहे देखे गोंडा के हॉस्पिटल में?
ये बीजेपी वालों के ऐसे ही स्टेरिलाइजेशन करा दीजिए।
GK1 में ये स्टेरिलाइजेशन ड्राइव
और दूसरी बात मैं कहना चाहता हूँ अर्नब भाई,
आरके जी बोलिए। आरके एंड
मैं कहना चाहता हूँ कि ये अगर पार्लियामेंट में जो बिल लाते हैं, आज ये ऐसा बिल कोई लेके आ जाए कि इनकी जो पार्लियामेंट MP जो होते हैं उनकी फैसिलिटीज के ऊपर कोई बात किया जाता है, कम किया जाता है, तो सब इकट्ठे हो जाएंगे।
सारे बड़े बड़े बंगलों में रहते हैं, बड़े बड़े अपार्टमेंट्स बना रहे अपने सरकारी पैसों पर। कोई नहीं जाता सरकारी हॉस्पिटल आरके जी, मैं जानता हूं, कोई नहीं जाता। सारे सिंपल 5 स्टार लग्जरी में बड़े बड़े स्वीट में अपनी ट्रीटमेंट कराते अपनी अपेंडिक्स की। मैं सच्ची बोल रहा हूं और सच्चाई कोई सुनना नहीं चाहता इस देश में। डॉक्टर राजन फ्रॉम मुंबई, डॉक्टर राजन।
हेलो
Dr. Mithilesh Mishra, is that?
Hello.
Is that Dr. Mishra or Dr. Rajan?
Dr. Rajan.
Dr. Rajan from Mumbai. Go on, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Arnab, for bringing out these problems which have occurred all over India, especially Mumbai, where accident has occurred. All this can be considered as a gross negligence on the part of those who are taking care of these patients. Or there has to be a statistics whereby after surgery, how many of those women got infected? Secondly,
they left to go. Dr. Rajan, are you a doctor with medical?
I'm an orthopedic surgeon.
So you're an orthopedic. Sir, you tell me, if you do a knee surgery today, or even a small surgery, a ligament tear, won't you do something for infection, even for a small surgery?
Yes, they have to be hospitalized, kept in a proper sterile area.
Yeah.
And then when patient is comfortable, not to discharge him at least for 24 hours in these procedures.
Now see how they are being treated. Dr. Rajan, we are treating people like worse than animals.
Yes.
Mansukh from Kolkata.
This is not a small surgery.
Thank you.
It's not a small surgery, I know. It's a serious invasive procedure. Piyush?
It is actually a significant surgery. You have to open up the abdomen.
It is a serious surgery. It's like saying tomorrow a woman has a C-section, and after the C-section, you just send her home immediately after that and make her lie down on the road. Mansukh from Kolkata. Mansukh.
Yeah, good evening. Thank you for having me. I am quite shocked at the apathy and indifference being shown to the patients at the hospital in Madhya Pradesh. I mean, the common man today is a forgotten class. They are as human beings as the Prime Minister, the President, and the Chairman of this country. They deserve respect, they deserve empathy, and they deserve, I would say, compassion and empathy. You don't treat people like this.
But Mansukh, I'm showing it what happens in our country, Mansukh, and I go to Vinayaka. You know, Mansukh and Vinayaka, in our country, it all depends on the media. You see, YouTubers won't do a story on this because this is not going to go viral. Nobody wants to see this. Everybody, and the YouTubers will not be paid. They will stand outside one gate of Bombay airport waiting for third grade actors to wave at them. Wo viral hoga inka. This will not go viral, but the mainstream media will not cover it because they are scared of asking questions to the government. So this is some problem is also with our media. Vinayaka from Bengaluru. Vinayaka. Vinayak, are you there?
Yes, sorry, I was in mute. This is Vinayaka. Very nice program which you are doing it, which is an eye-opener for all of the country citizens actually. But only one thing is we have pathetic situation wherein we are seeing these kind of hasty treatments which are done by the doctors. And thinking about India in the next generation, we wanted to be in number 3, and seeing this in now is too very pathetic situation. And I wanted more responsibilities, not only from the politicians, but also bureaucrats and also the citizens. We should be aware of what
absolutely, Vinayaka. I think we will. I thank everyone. In conclusion, I just want to say, you will not become a great country by beating Pakistan in a tournament that represents only 7 countries earlier ruled by England. You'll become a great country by making sure this kind of thing does not happen. Please keep this interactive. Please make this a campaign. Please spread the word. See you tomorrow. Good night and goodbye.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सब जल जीरा मसाला।